called church signs so that you can identify your church if it is a cult. So I have this quote by David Hernandez which says, "Pastors are there for guidance, not spiritual dictatorship." And I think it's really is an important quote to have in mind, because a lot of time there is a problem in a church where it's not biblical and it's me and not the right thing to do. So first one I can look at is righteousness is equated with extra biblical adherence to a specific set of rules or expectations. For example, I didn't see you at fellowship, are you truly a disciple of Jesus Christ? People, when they put extra biblical restrictions on you and condemning you when the Bible doesn't say any of that they are talking about. We can look at Galatians 2 verse 16, which says, "Therefore do not let anyone judge you by what you eat or drink, or with regard to a religious festival, a new moon celebration, or a Sabbath day." Interesting scripture there. So number 2, they demand special treatment, honor or recognition. For example, there is literally some members of the congregation treated differently than others. Number 3, no one can ask the leader questions without retribution. For example, they like to say they have thin skin or hates or simply envious, but it's just a bubble to prevent constructive criticism. Number 4, the line between look what is God doing, what is the leader doing is almost non-existent. For example, here the leader is getting glory and praise and God isn't. So we can look at number 5, which is right standing of God is connected to right standing of a certain individual. For instance, you have a disagreement with the pastor, you have a disagreement with God. That is what I'm saying on the end of the day, that you have a disagreement with God and not with the pastor, Manipulation 101 there. Number 6, leadership is constantly overemphasize ideas like submission to leadership. So, for example, here we can look at guest speaker and speaker is talking about it. The pastor is talking about it in every sermon and ties your spiritual well-being to them, which is not biblical at all. Number 7, members are kept tired, overworked and unable to do much else besides church. So here you feel guilty for taking vacation, for instance, with your children or with your family, with your wife. You feel guilty for being involved in your child's life. You feel guilty for not keeping to the program 100% of the time. They keep you tired to keep you under submission of the cult. That is the thing, they keep you tired. So number 8, members are afraid to make life decisions without the permission of leadership. For example, you want to study a subject or you want to marry someone. Leadership is there to counsel you, not to give you permission who you can marry, what subject you can study. You are an adult, you are not a kid. Leadership is not there to control you, it's there to counsel you. That is what leadership is there for. Number 8, members who leave, no matter the circumstances, is seen as and labeled as rebellious or outside the will of God. If your church has a long line of rebellious people or out of the will of God people and leaving constantly, it's a red flag to consider if the church has a long line of people leaving and not returning and they are saying they're rebellious or yada yada yada. Number 9, members are discouraged for fellowshipping with believers from the other churches. So I don't think we need literally the description there. It says it for itself what is the problem there. So number 10, members are seen as belonging to the leadership, as belonging to the pastor. So the pastor is like literally fighting and saying the members belong to him, where in fact they belong to God. For instance, some of the members maybe joins just a sermon, a church service for one Sunday near their home because they don't want to drive in all the way. And the pastor is fighting with this pastor at this church and saying, they belong to them. And this is this whole quarrel on the end of the day. And in fact, it is not the case, because they don't belong to them. And to the church, they belong to the Lord. And they don't belong to Him. So on the end of the day, whenever there is quarrel with other pastors and you just decided you wanted to do a sermon, not at your local church where you are a member, and you just wanted to do a sermon near to the church near you, and you didn't want to do a drive-in or something like that, and this case comes up, it's a red flag. So I really hope this video can encourage you and kind of identify the problem of cult churches today, and to see if your church maybe is a cult, or identifying maybe family members in a church that you can see the red flags in. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.